I run my own business and I have been pivoting the business over the last 3 years. I've been in Singapore for 10 years. I'm British by nationality. I employ a mix of Singaporeans and other nationalities, and my business is in the talent space, which has led me to become interested in professional coaching. And my personal project was for me to exit the business in one way or another, so that I had the choice of what I'd like to do in the future, whether that was remaining as an employee of the business rather than an owner, or just leaving it all together. So this has thrown up a lot of coaching sessions and goals for me, because there's the personal aspect of needing to understand emotionally, why did I need to make that change, what were my emotional commitments to my members of staff, and to the people that have signed on with my business, but also professionally and just mechanically, how would I go about doing this? Like, how would I bring in enough options that I could be satisfied with them? So we've had a really varied set of coaching sessions between myself and my coach, all working towards the big end goal, which is that I can exit the business. I've experienced a lot more emotional change than I would have anticipated at the beginning of the project. I thought it was more mechanical and bringing up options, but what I've realised is that I've had to go deep inside myself and work out why these changes were important to me. And so for me, one of the things I've realised is that I'm starting to wrap up an era in my life and that I'm ready to begin the next era. So the biggest change for me is accepting and acknowledging that I need to close it and losing some of the good things too, but feeling excited, brave and motivated by what's going to come next, and then start planning those things. I love my mentor coach, Paying. She's a very rational person, it seems, and she's somebody who is able to help me gain clarity. She's provided a lot of emotional support and has been able to dig deep and ask me some questions which weren't occurring to me myself. So she's helped me find some answers which I didn't even know I needed to find. And in that, she's been a good mentor. You know, when those questions have arisen, she's both provided a bit of coaching, but also some mentoring on ways that I can proceed forward. And I think most importantly, she's really connected with the sort of coach which I am, but also which I'd like to be, and provided a lot of direct feedback about ways that I can improve. I really enjoyed the learning format. So I've really noticed myself how the learning format has been worked into products and sessions, which is really important to me. I don't feel like it's entirely off the hoof and off the cuff. I feel like it's been thought about, it's been mapped, it's been turned into a learning management system which I have access to. So I can go and read that, I can watch the webinar after it finished, I can find that cheat sheet which was particularly helpful to me, and I can print it out and I can put it on the wall. So first of all, I found the sort of product nature of the learning management system has been a really good self-help facility. Secondly, it's then augmented with the personal touch. This is the thing that changes every time. No one supervision session would be the same, no one mentoring session would be the same. So for me, that makes it bespoke, and it means that my own personal little questions can be answered all the time, but I can always fall back on the structure of the learning management system. It's a really mixed bunch. So there's lots of nationalities. We've got French, Korean, Singaporean, British who've lived overseas for 40 years of their life in lots of different countries. I've really enjoyed that, because as a coach I will end up in contact with a lot of different types of people. So for me, it's been quite a personal learning journey to see how I can work with somebody who's a different age than me, or a different nationality, and has quite different personal project than anything I might ever do, but I can still practice with them as a coach. So it really answered one of my concerns, which is, will I only be able to coach people like me? Thrown that out the window and say, no, you can coach anybody. So number one, I've enjoyed learning that as a coach, but number two, personally, I've really grown from that. I feel like, you know, you reach this stage in your life where you have a lot of friends who are similar to you, and now I've got all these friends who are completely different from me, and it's really broadened my horizons. For me, I'm now ready to commit to the new era, the new plan, which I will make in my life. It coincides with a milestone birthday for me, so graduating with CCI becoming a certified coach and finishing my personal project all happens at the same time as turning 40. So I'm going to be putting in place those actions that I've committed to in my personal project, and I am going to be working professionally as a coach.